Cistanche is a desert herb that's been called the ginseng of the desert for its impressive properties in the body and on the mind. It was Genghis Khan's favorite herb and a lot of people really like it. What makes Cistanche really different from other nootropics is that it improves testosterone and gives you quite impressive cognitive benefits, so it's very unique in that regard. Think of it as an androgen lion's mane. What are the benefits of Cistanche? First off, it greatly increases testosterone, which is why the majority of people do take it for its benefits on hormonal health. Another one of its benefits is that it really helps improve memory and learning, which is very unique for a substance that boosts testosterone, because besides very few, there's not many that I could name that give you impressive cognitive benefits as well. A large part of Cistanche's effects are contributed to two of its compounds, reside and ectoside. The main majority of its nootropic effects are the fact that it increases NGF, nerve growth factor, similar to lion's mane. It also increases GDNF, similar to what ashwagandha does. GDNF just stands for glial-derived neurotrophic factor. Basically, it's just neuroprotective and helps protect neurons. It also improves dopamine production. It increases nitric outgrowth, and it significantly increases BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Cistanche's effects on the brain are very similar to Palligalli's effects as well, which we'll talk about later in this video. What makes Cistanche really different from other nootropics, it gives you those nootropic benefits, except it also greatly improves hormonal health and increases testosterone. It's been shown in clinical studies to increase sperm quality and quantity, as well as increasing testosterone and progesterone. It significantly improves luteinizing hormone, which increases reproductive health of males and females by boosting several key hormones like testosterone, like progesterone, and estrogen. And a little side note, as a male, you do need a little bit of estrogen to increase testosterone. You don't want to completely eliminate it, because then you get several bad side effects. Cistanche also increases several enzymes responsible for optimizing hormonal health, improves testosterone biosynthesis, and improves erections as well. Cistanche has impressive benefits for the immune system. It contains initiosides, which is commonly found in Anacia, which is a herb that people use to boost their immune system to lessen frequency and severity of colds. Cistanche contains the exact same bioactive components in Anacia that are responsible for these benefits. So one could assume that Cistanche will improve your immune system just because of that as well. And also because of Cistanche, it improves your gut health as well, which is very important for the immune system. Cistanche also helps improving your energy. It does this by increasing ATP. It is very subtle though. It's not something that is very stimulating. It is very adaptogenic effects. So some people even like to take Cistanche before bed, for instance, and find it really works for them that way. It's also been shown in studies to have a sedative effect, which would lower cortisol, which would back up why some people like to take it before bed. Cistanche also has neuroprotective benefits, where if you look at the bioactive components that are commonly found in Cistanche, a lot of them are listed as neuroprotective, as beneficial for the body and brain. So it does have those benefits, and it's actually been shown to reduce the risk of developing heart disease. And one of the reasons why Cistanche is so powerful is because it increases the production of glutathione. Glutathione is the body's master antioxidant. It's why NAC, commonly prescribed for illness or for other things, is so effective, because NAC increases glutathione. Cistanche does as well. Not as much as NAC, except it does increase it, so you would get some of those benefits. My personal experience with Cistanche is I found it surprisingly lowered my appetite, which is what I was really not expecting, because I just noticed the days that I took Cistanche, I would just not be as hungry, and it would be super weird, because I would go through the entire day and almost not eat and not even really crave food. And then finally towards the end of the day, when I did actually eat some food, I was like, wow, like I didn't eat the entire day and I wasn't even hungry, like what's going on? So Cistanche would be very good for fat loss and weight loss, appetite control. And if you guys are enjoying this content so far, please subscribe. It helps me grow this community and grow this channel, and I appreciate the support. All right, back to the video. I also noticed when I take Cistanche, like it subtly increases my memory and my focus. It is very subtle, but I notice it pretty instantaneously, where it kind of just hones you in a bit more. I would say it's probably as effective as agmatine sulfate. It feels very similar to that. I found with Cistanche, it just made me more social and grounded, where I just wanted to talk to people, and because it is adaptogenic qualities and it decreases cortisol, I found I wasn't as stressed. I was a lot more grounded. I couldn't be shaked that much from this or that. I find it was very similar to Cistanche in that regard, where I'm just a lot more grounded in who I am, and I'm a lot more resilient to stress in that capacity. Like I was saying, it's a very good anxiolytic, so it's good to pair with stimulants to calm them down and smooth them out a bit, or just to take the edge off. So the age-old question, Tonga Ali or Cistanche, it's a really good question, and both herbs have really good benefits for improving testosterone. Tonga Ali would be more energizing, and I feel like you notice it quicker, and it is probably more powerful effects for just improving purely testosterone. Except with Tonga Ali, the only thing is I find it gives me brain fog and it makes me kind of stupid. It is very motivating, except it makes me forget to tie my shoes, I'm not even gonna lie. And it can give you a little bit of anxiety as well. I notice sometimes when I take Tonga Ali before I go on a date or something like that, it's so energizing that it can give me a little bit of anxiety. So there's that caveat with it. So the pros about Tonga Ali is it greatly improves testosterone and motivation. It's very energizing, except the cons, it gives you a little bit of brain fog and can give you anxiety. So keep that in mind. Except if you compare that to Cistanche, it wouldn't increase testosterone as much, at least immediately, and it wouldn't be as energizing, except it's a lot more calming and it's a lot more of an aptogen, where it would just increase your body's resilience to stress. And the cons about Cistanche, it would just blunt your appetite a little bit, which is fine. So Cistanche or Tonga Ali? Tonga Ali if you want something more motivating and energizing. Cistanche if you want something more calming and subtly motivating and energizing. Honestly though, you could take both. That's what a lot of people do. It's a very powerful testosterone stack. So now I'm going to talk about some nootropic stacks that you can take with Cistanche. The first one is recommended by Mr. You Are So Dumb, which is a popular Redditor and owner of Nootropics Depot. And I'm going to call it the testosterone stack, basically combining Cistanche with Tonga Ali for improved testosterone. This might be a bit of overkill for some people because the improvement in testosterone would be quite significant. This would be a very good bang for your buck stack. You could also throw in cordyceps, which improves testosterone and energy, and it has been commonly used together with Cistanche in traditional Chinese medicine, so it would be synergistic. The next stack that you could do would be a cognitive stack. So you can combine Cistanche with polygala. The reason why is because they have a lot of very similar effects, so they would synergize quite well with each other. So for example, Cistanche increases dopamine, or polygala acts as a DRI, so dopamine reuptake inhibitor, and also acts as an NRI, so norepinephrine uptake inhibitor. So with Cistanche increasing dopamine, polygala increases dopamine and norepinephrine. They'd be very, very synergistic for a good cognitive punch. They also increase brain proteins responsible for improving cognition and brain health. Cistanche increases NGF, BDNF, and GDNF, where polygala ends up upregulating NGF and BDNF, so you naturally have higher levels. So they would be synergistic in that way, and they'd be better together than apart. The warnings and side effects of Cistanche is actually very few. In a lot of clinical studies, it was shown that almost no side effects are reported, and it is a very safe herb. It demonstrated no toxicity in this animal study, and it was deemed safe for human consumption. The only thing is it can impact blood pressure a little bit, which is pretty minor, and I wouldn't worry about that. Cistanche is a very interesting nootropic that I recently discovered in the past few weeks, and I've been experimenting with it, and I really want to share it to you guys. So comment down below what you think about Cistanche and what do you think I should talk about in my next video. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching.